Hello and welcome. This is Melsgunner, and we're back with some more MechWarrior 4 Mercenaries. And in the last mission, we had some heavy fighting, and as a matter of fact, the Black Knight ended up crippled. So it's going to take 2 weeks to repair that. Go ahead and do that. And it's quite possible he lost one of the weapon systems that was attached to him, which I'm going to assume was one of these pulse lasers. I think I probably shouldn't have repaired that, but it's too late. We'll strip out all the weapons, go to the free market here, and I think we're going to be replacing that mech. So let's sell some of the mechs that we just got. So we got a Mad Cat and an Uller, I believe. We don't need either of those. Oh, I'm sorry, a Shadow Cat, not a Mad Cat. There we go. We don't need either of those. We can sell those, give us some money. Now we have over 37 million, so I think we get a new mech. And I think focusing on assault mechs is a good call. We could get an Atlas, which might be an alternative mech for me, as I'm using a Daishi, which is a similar tonnage. I was just looking at the top speed differences. Okay, so outside of that, we also have a 95-ton assault mech. The Hauptmann. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And Victor's 80 tons. Yeah, let's take a look at an Atlas, and if I don't end up using it, I might end up... Well, I'm definitely going to be using it with one of my other lance mates. So go ahead and buy that. It's only 15 million, so that's not too bad. And let's go into the mech lab and take a look at arming this thing. So Atlas, iconic mech. At the standard paint scheme. And let's go ahead and strip out all of its weapons. And I'll reduce down the heat sinks. Bring the speed up to about what it is in the Daishi. And we'll remove a couple of these systems. I'm going to keep the laser anti-missile system for now. As far as the armor is concerned, I would like reactive maxed armor. Gives us 40 tons to work with without any heat sinks. Okay, so this mech... Alright, so first things first, I'm going to switch over to the... would you like to see changes? Yes. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the Atlas or the Daishi for my main mech. It is slightly faster, the Atlas is. And it also has some more things that we can add on to it. It doesn't have enhanced optics, which I'm kind of bummed out about, but 40 tons seems like a pretty good deal. Let's just see, what is the difference? 40 tons. Daishi. Let's strip your weapons out. So 18 tons minus the 20. So I actually have less tons to work with a Daishi, from what I can see. So if I strip out all of the heat sinks, same setup, laser anti-missile system, 0 heat sinks, slower speed, armor might be actually better. It's hard to say from here. I mean, you got the bar to work with. We might have slightly more armor. It's, again, hard to say. I'd have to look at the numbers. So total would be 588. Let's take a look at the Atlas here. So 588 versus Atlas at 590. Okay, it looks like we're gonna win here with the Atlas. This just seems like straight up the better mech. So the real problem is just you don't have the Omni slot, so you're kind of trapped into certain things. But it seems like the slots are fairly large. We could go with more than one PPC rather than just the one that we had before. Now, I can't do 3. That would be my ideal setup, is 3 PPCs. But I could, in theory, do 2, and then maybe a large one. That's less weapons than we had before, though, isn't it? I could do a single PPC and the 3 large lasers, easily the same armament that we have before. These slots are slightly set up weird. All right, well, let's grab one ERPPC and do the same kind of weapon loadout we have currently. All right, so that's the current weapon loadout that I have in the Daishi, or did have in the Daishi. And 20 heat sinks, put it up to 22. Slightly more heat efficient. I could do ECM, which would make me harder to target with missiles. And then IFF, a defensive unit added to mech sensor system. The additive jammer creates confusion in enemy IFF systems, causing enemy heads-up display HUDs to display the mech as a neutral entity. Okay, so we could add in one of those. I don't know how the AI reacts to that. Or we just make ourselves slightly heat efficient. So, as far as I'm concerned, we have better armor, and we have more or less the same firepower. Or, I could try for... I don't think we'd be able to pull it off, honestly. I could try for the 5 large lasers we were using before. I don't think the heat efficiency is going to be there, though. I think we stick with the PPC. I would have liked to have fit on more weapons. But it just, the way the slots are, it just... I mean, if this would have been a 3-size slot, we could have put the PPC in there and then maybe fit some other stuff over here. But it's going to be the way it is. It's the same weapons loadout we had, it just on a different mech. And we're going to be slightly faster, slightly more heat efficient, and have an extra system to boot. So I think I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and save it. And we'll shift the PPC over, just like that. And then the Daishi, because I'm not going to be piloting it anymore, I am going to change its loadout quite a bit. So we'll keep the speed. I'm going to change the armor, though, to just normal. And that's maxed out. So if I reduce leg armor slightly, there we go. And then from here, I'm not really 100% sure what I'm going to do. We do have a Clan LRM-20 we can fit in there. And I might as well up that. And then got a couple ballistic weapons we may be able to take advantage of. So a Clan Gauss rifle... Let's check that out on the free market. That's fine with me. Continue. Let's see what a Clan Gauss rifle is like, tonnage-wise and everything. I think it's 13 tons, if I remember correctly. It is. We should fit a couple of those on easily. Okay. Switch back over to the Daishi. Go into the weapon system. Add in the 2 Gauss rifles. I have to remember I don't have any heat sinks on this thing, so that is consideration. Okay, so now we need some backup weapons. I could go with a couple of these suckers. I would have to balance it out with a bunch of heat sinks, though. Why don't we go with medium lasers instead? Give this some close-in firepower. I think maybe 6 total is a good setup. That gives us plenty of heat sinks, perhaps. I might have to remove some of them. It might be a little too unheat efficient. Yeah, we'll remove 1 and heat sink appropriately. Yeah, that'll work. So we've got 5 medium lasers, 2 clan gauze rifles, and an LRM-20 for the final loadout. Go ahead with that. All right, so now that we've done that, I'm gonna close out, continue. All right, so going on to our next mission here. Now that we've done all that setup. All right, so we have 2 choices, and this is where infamy and nobility comes in. Because what we have is we have backstab. Backstab. Ambush the Jade Falcons in their roost. Strike it unannounced on the eve of the expected trial of possession. Will maximize confusion and minimize the Falcons' long-range weapons advantage. Or we do a beach fight. Defeat Star Colonel Asia Thastis and a trial of possession of the island chain. She has bid her command star of medium and heavy mechs in this trial. Clan warriors are bred for combat from birth. Expect heavy resistance. So more or less, our choice is ambush them unannounced and do a sneak attack, or go toe-to-toe with them. We're going to do the beach fight because that's the noble way to go.
Okay, sir. If you're serious about going through with this trial of possession, I'll broadcast your intent to the clanners. I suggest outfitting both of our lances with the best tech available. Meeting clanners on their own terms won't be easy.
Okay, so we're going to fit in the Daishi for Bullseye. And I am going to be running the Atlas. And then Hannibal over here is going to run the Mad Cat Mark II that was vacated. And as a result, our mech should be better. We're going to do this in the day, and let's launch.
Attention! This is Star Colonel Aisa Fastus of the Jade Falcons. I claim these islands in the name of Khan Martha Pride. I bring to this trial possession a full binary of mechs.
This is Spectre 1, commander of this Dragoons company. I refute your claim to this territory. I bring 2 lances of warriors to end this struggle.
2 lances against 2 stars of Jade Falcons? You underestimate us.
Do you wish to rebid your position, Star Colonel?
Neg, you will suffer for your insolence.
Well bargained and done. Come and get me.
All right, here we go. Oh, that's not quite.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were enjoying this a little too much, sir.
Facing down the clan, outnumbered in the field of honor? I was born for this fight.
Just make sure you live to finish it.
Roger, I'm planning on it.
Ow. There we go. Down you go. Ow. My own men are getting in my way. All right, let's circle around here. Taking heavy damage.
Target destroyed.
Down you go.
I marked their forces at 50% strength. We're doing slightly better.
Slightly better. We haven't taken any losses.
Ejecting.
Well, I say, and then that guy happens. You die. Well, he didn't die. He ejected. He could have died. That's the first time we've lost a mech.
3 Falcons remain. Finish them off, Commander.
I'm on it.
I'm trying.
Target destroyed.
All right. We got pretty rock
Target
there.
destroyed.
We'll look away for a bit.
Target destroyed.
Curse you, freebirds!
Star Colonel Fastus, I hereby claim you as my bondsman. You now serve Wolf's Dragoons under my direct command.
Sir, I object. You can't be serious. Clanners cannot be trusted.
At ease, Lieutenant. I'm in command here. She might be a vicious clan marauder, but now she's our vicious clan marauder.
I don't like it at all, sir.
I don't need you to like it, Castle. Spectre out.
Well, I hope it was everything you wanted, sir. The clanners have been beaten on their own terms, and MERCnet is abuzz with our achievement. Whenever a Merc unit takes down clanners, it can't help but be good for business.
All right, so Hannibal just lost us the Mad Cat Mark II that we assigned him. What a punk. But, oh well. We get ourselves a Loki and a Vulture. My mech is damaged, unfortunately. I don't think I lost any weapons. As a matter of fact, I didn't look through my mechs. They may have lost weapons in that last fight, and I probably should have checked that, and I didn't. And I have a feeling the catapult was actually down weapons as a result. Oh, well, let's go ahead and check that now that I'm thinking about it. And we'll find out how dumb of a person I am, perhaps. Okay, so the catapult, which is 13. Could have swore that... Oop, that's not what I want to do. I could have swore that one of the mechs looked like it was down on firepower. But now I'm not sure which one that was. Clearly it's not the catapult. Unless I assigned the wrong catapult to my lance. Could be the Thanatos. No, it's not the Thanatos. Maybe I'm just misreading things. We lost ourselves a Mad Cat Mark II. And our Atlas took some damage, but that's okay. Now, as far as what we gained here, take a look at the free market, just so I can demonstrate it. We now have a new pilot added in, and she can command a lance as well. So that is going to be good for us. Now, the downside is replacing that Mad Cat Mark II is going to cost me quite a bit, although technically I guess I don't have to once that Black Knight is up and repaired. In any case, I think this is going to wrap up this video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.